Turns out we accidentally climbed the highest mountain in North Africa. Last week was a bit of a catastrophe. We had gastro, got rid of gastro, got COVID straight away. That was extremely difficult.
We basically went to 4 different continents in 4 weeks. This is gonna be really hard. This is gonna be probably the hardest marathon we'll have to do.
We'll see if we can finish this run, but this is looking grim. I was doing so well, and then the cramping hits me again.
What you are about to watch is me attempting to run my second marathon just 1 month after my first marathon, which I ran on just 6 weeks of training. This isn't any ordinary marathon training. In this video, I will be going to 4 different continents in 4 weeks. It is going to be a wild journey. Enjoy.
Today is the 7th of July, the day after the first ever marathon, so very stiff, very sore. Yesterday was the most pain I've ever been in for a prolonged period of time. Cramps, so cramping in the forearms, both forearms right now, and in the right hamstring, so pure pain. So it was tough, but I liked it. It was good. Despite being so challenging, I really enjoyed it. That's probably why I liked it so much. So I want to do it again. We want to run another marathon. I want to try and get this done before August. So I'm in a bit of a predicament here because I'm going to, I'm going to a lot of places. I'm going to Asia, I'm going to North Africa, and then I'm spending a lot of time in Europe over the next 30 days. So we're not going to be in the optimal training environment, but we're going to try and get this done. I'll either run it somewhere in Europe probably, or I'll do it when I get back, but I'm gone for 30 days. So this next 7 days before I head, it's going to be very important to get in as much training as possible. Hence why I'm currently riding the stationary bike right now. In terms of the marathon I did yesterday, the big thing that let me down was just the cramping. I mean, I literally cramped from kilometer, I want to say 25 until the end. So basically 20 kilometers of cramping. And it really slowed me down. My pace was okay. It was about 6:30, but I ended up doing the marathon in about 5 hours. So I want to make sure we get the nutrition right this time. The training has started officially the day after the marathon. We're back on the bike. This week I'll try and get in close to 7 hours of zone 2 on the bike, and we'll get a long run in. It'll probably be like 5 or 10 Ks. And then I have a soccer training, the soccer match. Not a lot of time till the next marathon, but we want to try and get a little bit fitter this time and get the nutrition right. All right, so week 1 complete. We didn't get that run in at the end of the week. I just felt pretty sore, to be honest, and we had a soccer match and a training session. Got about 5 hours into zone 2 on the bike, so I was actually pretty happy with how the training went. I'm currently in Thailand, so nice conditions, not so nice for the marathon training. Basically the plan here is just to take as many opportunities as possible when I can get a bit of training and to do some. So for example, I'm currently in a hotel with some treadmills, so I did a 5K run today. Basically just going to try and get in as much cardio as I possibly can when I can. All right, I'm in London. We are feeling good today. Thought I just need to get as many runs in as possible, so I'm going to try and do 10K today. I'll try and get a decent pace, try to get that 6:45 Ks, which is decent for me right now. So we'll get that done, and then I want to try and figure out a time to do a half marathon. That'll probably be next week at some point, not too far away, but we'll try and get that done. But today, just got the 10K. We'll get that done and then get recovered, get ready for the next one. The conditions are just not really super ideal. I'm always traveling around a bit too much. Let's get a little London 10K in. I have no idea where I am right now, but I'm on some beautiful canal. The audio cues for the Strava is not working, so I'm just running what feels comfortable right now, but I feel pretty good. This is quite a scenic, nice little route, so I'm enjoying this. All right, 10K done. Felt pretty good, 5:50 or something like that. So good little run coming into the marathon. I'll probably try and do I'll do a half marathon next week, hopefully. That felt good. I didn't have my audio working, so I was kind of trying to figure out how fast I was going. Just kind of went off what felt good. It was about 5:30 Ks, which is a lot quicker than what I had anticipated, which is nice. But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is if I can keep that up for 42 Ks. However, that was a good week. So that was week 2. I actually did more running than I thought I would. Did quite a lot of walking as well. So, I mean, some of the days we got up to about 40,000 steps, which is pretty nice. So, pretty good week for the training. Next week will be a big one for the half marathon, and then hopefully after that, a little bit less volume, and then the marathon. So, Mr. Monk, the people are wondering what's happened in the marathon training. So, last week was a bit of a catastrophe. We had gastro basically straight after my 5K run in London, or a 10K run in London. We had gastro, and then got rid of gastro, got COVID straight away. So the whole week was a total bust. Spent the week in Ireland not feeling my best. We may have had a few pints of Guinness. We don't talk about that though. And yeah, it was a grim week for the training. We are, however, currently in the mountains in Morocco. We did a pretty big hike yesterday. We've got about a 10-hour hike today. It's about 4,000 meters of elevation. So it feels like you're breathing through a straw. It's tough, but I assume this will be doing something for the marathon prep. We'll see what the watch says, but I mean, it can't hurt. So Morocco hike done. Turns out we accidentally climbed the highest mountain in North Africa. Yeah, so our cousin recommended us go on this 2-day hike. We're in Morocco, so he said, yeah, go on this hike, it'll be fine. So we go, all right, we'll do it. So we get to the taxi. First red flag is the taxi guy says, all right, put all your bags in the back. And we said, well, we don't really have any bags. So he was like, oh, okay, that's fine. We get to the place where the hike starts, and they tell us to buy like full long pants and jacket, like ski gear, and overhead torches. We think this is a bit weird. It's 40 degrees in Morocco. Why the hell would we need that? So we start the hike. Took about 6 hours, and we get to base camp. When we get to base camp, they basically say, okay, so you're going to be getting up at 3 a.m. And we're going to be hiking at 3:30 in the dark to get to the summit. So the summit, turns out, is 4,000 meters high, the highest mountain in North Africa. The people we talked to who were doing it had brought all their skiing, like their poles, and they brought all their hiking gear, a lot of water and all this stuff. We had literally nothing. They said they were mentally preparing and training for months. So we get up there. It took us about 6 hours to get up, another 8 hours to get back. We had 1.5 liters of water between me and my brother. It was pretty brutal, but we got it done. It was a absolutely brutal hike, so probably actually pretty good for the training. So take a few days off, and then we're gonna have to crank out a half marathon. I'm sure that probably did something for the training, but yeah, that was an unexpected turn of events that probably turned out to be pretty good for the training. So I was looking back on this footage, I realized I have zero context to give you for the next clip, but essentially we went to Spain, to Valencia, and I realized I needed to get a half marathon in before the marathon. So coming up is me running a half marathon in Valencia in incredibly difficult conditions. It was quite hot when I was doing my run. All right, halfway through the half marathon, it is so hot today. Oh my God. Didn't realize how much the heat made a difference. Absolute struggle century right now. I probably started this a bit late as well. It's nearly midday now. It's getting really, really warm. This is gonna be a grind, but let's get it done. All right, wow, we got it done. That was extremely difficult. The heat absolutely killed me. That was way harder than the first half marathon, even though we had technically more training in, but holy shit, that was absolutely brutal. I mean, it's about, I haven't checked the weather, but I think it's about 30 degrees here in Valencia, so probably not the best place to be running, but we had to kind of get it done. I'm happy with that. That'll be the longest distance we'll run before we run the next marathon. I'm not really sure what's next. We've been doing a lot of steps this week. We climbed the highest mountain in North Africa accidentally. So it's been a pretty good last 7 days. I'm absolutely exhausted. I'm gonna have a very cold shower and I'm gonna crash and I'm not sure what we're gonna do next for the training, but I'll see you with whatever I have in store. All right, we are in Switzerland. I'm about to run a 5K. This is the last run I'm probably gonna do pre-marathon, just turn the legs over, make sure I'm feeling good. It's pretty damn beautiful here, by the way. Switzerland is an insanely nice place. So let's get this done. I'll try and go pretty quick. We've been doing quite a bit of hiking here, a bit of moving around. So hopefully that's going to contribute to the training. I'm not sure how much it will, but it might be doing something. But this will be the last run pre-marathon. Realistically, if I'm being honest, it hasn't been the optimal, the best possible preparation. I've just been traveling, moving around so much. I haven't been able to probably do as much as I would like. So this marathon is probably going to be pretty grueling, pretty taxing, another big, strong willpower run. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. So yeah, let's get this 5K done and then let's get a marathon done. Oh man, this view is a little ridiculous. I forgot it was extremely hilly in Switzerland. This is quite hard, but good little test. All right, so we got the 5K done. I didn't realize how steep the hills were in Switzerland, so it was actually quite tough. We got that one done. We're back in Australia. It was about a 30-hour journey, but we're back. About 2 days after arriving, we need to get this marathon done. If we're gonna get it done by August, we gotta get it done now. So today is the day. We are running the marathon. This is the nutrition pre-run. So coconut water, some matcha for some caffeine, bananas, pineapple for carbs. Adding the electrolyte capsules to the run today because last time we full body cramped for close to 20 Ks. It was horrendous. One of the reasons was we ran out of electrolytes. So this has 215 milligrams of sodium per capsule and some other stuff, some potassium, calcium, magnesium, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna take one of these every 30 minutes. I've made little pouches every 30 minutes with dates for the carbs and this. So hopefully the nutrition's a little bit better this time. This has not been the best preparation for a marathon. Let's just say that. This is going to be really hard, it's going to be really challenging, even though we've technically had more preparation because we had 6 weeks for our first marathon and then we had another 4 or 5 weeks for this one. We basically went to 4 different continents in 4 weeks. We did a lot of traveling, not a lot of training. So this is going to be really hard. This is going to be probably the hardest marathon we'll have to do because after this our training's going to get a bit better. But this is going to be a grind, it's going to be a slog. We just need to get through this one and then everything's going to be easier after this. So I'm not sure what to expect from this, but it's not going to be easy. All right, 10 Ks in. We are doing well right now. I'm a little concerned how well we're doing. Quicker than last time and I feel better. I don't know how this has happened considering the training, but I'm not complaining. I am concerned that maybe I'm going out the gate a bit quick, but going to keep going at this pace. I don't feel like I'm pushing too hard, but it is a fair bit quicker. So happy days. See you in 10K, see if that's still the case. All right, 20 Ks in. Feeling pretty good. Pace is pretty good right now. I'm feeling like a little bit of cramping is going to come on a bit pretty soon, but still doing okay. Let you know how I'm going in 10Ks. All right, I am brutally cramping right now, about 24 Ks in. I stopped, both quads seized up. I was like on the floor in pieces. So I'm gonna go to an IGA or a Coles, like a shopping center. I'm gonna try and find as much carbohydrates as possible. That's what Dr. ChatGPT has ordered me to do. We'll see if we can finish this run, but this is looking grim. I was doing so well and then the cramping hits me again. So I'm gonna go refuel, see if we can finish this. All right, this better do something absolutely magical. Otherwise, we are toast here. Hopefully the carbs, as Dr. ChatGPT says, are going to be the difference maker here. So cheers, hopefully we can finish this bad boy. That's pretty good, honestly. All right, 30 Ks in, still cramping, but the carbs have been helping a little bit. There's probably gonna be another 12 Ks of pure pain, but it's 12 Ks. I'm just gonna have to stick through it, get it done. We're getting this done, baby. This is probably similar level of brutality to the last one. Not really surprising. I thought the start was going pretty well, but cramps are cramps. So I'll hopefully see you when I finish this. We did it. We did it. We got it done. Deja vu, 20 Ks of cramping. Brutal marathon. However, we shaved nearly 20 minutes off the time, which I'm pretty happy with. So the time was a bit better, which I'm not really sure how that was possible because my prep was basically traveling 4 continents in 4 weeks and doing bare minimum, bit of hiking, ran maybe once a week. However, we got it done. We got it done a little faster than last time. Man, I'm happy with that. I'm happy we got it done because at kilometer 24, I was literally thinking, okay, so today's the 18th of August. I have another 12 days to do this. What other day could I possibly do it? Because I just thought there was 0% chance I was doing it. Both my quads on the outside, they were literally just tearing apart. Brutally painful. So the talk to ChatGPT telling me to get some carbs, that was a good call. Yeah, we got it done. This will probably be, along with the last one, the hardest marathon we'll have to do. After this, we're going to actually get some proper training in. They're going to get easier. The times are going to get less slow, shall we say. So I'm looking forward to easier, faster marathons to come. So stay tuned for the next marathon where hopefully we're not so slow.